Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. For those of you who are new here, my name is Donna. Happy to have you here. Thank you so much for joining me today. I deeply appreciate you guys clicking on my video because I absolutely know that you don't have to. It warms my heart that you choose to spend some moments of your day with me and aren't forced to. That's always special. Today I am doing my June Faves and Flops. I have quite a bit to go over, so let's just jump in. I'm going to start with flops because I only have a couple. So the first one is this Makeup Forever Step 1 Skin Equalizer Base Hydrating Primer. I got this in an IPSY. I did use it. The reason why I'm listing it as a flop is because I don't feel like it did much to prime my skin. I don't feel like it hydrated. I don't feel like it helped my makeup stay on any longer than it normally would. I just feel like it was a moisturizer that went on that sunk into my skin and then didn't do much for me. So this is listed as a flop this month. Not because it was a horrible product, but because it just didn't do what I thought it was going to do. The second thing I have here is actually a pair of lashes that I used, took a couple pictures with, and then decided that I was deleting those pictures and not using them. Actually, it was with this eye look for an Instagram photo. I bought them around Halloween time, so they are just a cheap pair. Well, they're not cheap, inexpensive, I guess, but they're cheap, like cheap, because they just didn't work for nothing. They are like red and black, which are fun and festive, and I was going to use them as like a Halloween eye look, or I did try them with this look I have on today. Number one, they didn't match this look, so that was kind of silly of me to try in the first place. But the lashes stick straight out. There is like this band on them that's supposed to be self-adhesive, and it didn't work for poop. I tried to cut them and it shredded the lash on the one side. It was just very tragic for me. I'm not very good at lashes in the first place. We all kind of know that. But those lashes made it hard for me to even try. The third product I have is actually these Ardell Professional Magnetic Accent Lashes. Again, not an amazing thing to use. They're super straight. They hook in one area and not the other. Well, okay, they hook onto each other in all areas, but in one area they're close to your lash line where they need to be, and in the other one they're not. There's just no curve to them, and there's not really any way to make them curved. I did makeup for a friend of mine for her baby shower pictures, and she brought these with her, and I was struggling to get them on, so I just used a pair of my lashes on her, and she gave me these ones in return. I will have to do a video of me trying to put these on because it's actually kind of comical. It's very funny. They're just not my bag, not my thing, but fun. I mean, funny, I guess. Not my thing. So those are my fails for the month. I have quite a few favorites for the month, mostly because, you know, some of these things I took on vacation with me and they worked really well for the time that I was down there, and that makes me happy. But also because these are products that I find myself reaching for every day. Some of them are probably going to be no-brainers to you. Some of them are not new to me, but they're things that I picked up again and started using again. So the first thing I'm going to go over is a couple skincare items that I have. This is the Dr. Brandt Pore Dermabrasion Pore Perfecting Exfoliator that we got in a BoxyCharm quite a bit ago. It is empty. It will also be in my empties video if you guys haven't seen that yet. This is an amazing exfoliator. I loved it. I used it once to twice a week, dependent on how my skin was doing. I don't typically use dermabrasion type products more than twice a week because I do have super sensitive skin. This lasted forever for me. I feel like I maybe used too much of it the first few times I used it, thinking that it was a different product than it was. I mean, not thinking it was a different product, but thinking that I needed to use too much of it. It is an amazing dermabrasion product. It's an awesome product. I love Dr. Brandt skincare. The second skincare item I have today is this Algenist Regenerative Anti-Aging Moisturizer with SPF 20. With the weather being the way it is these days, here it is pretty freaking hot most of the time, and you want to protect your skin, especially your face, from the sun and sun damage. I already have quite a bit of sun damage on my skin. The fact that this is anti-aging and has an SPF of 20 makes it a prime moisturizer for me and my skin. I got it from TJ Maxx for like 20 bucks. It's not a bad price, and I was just up there the other day to see if they had more, and indeed they do. It's not quite gone yet, but I may pick up another one because it is almost gone. You guys can see I have used the poop out of this thing. I don't necessarily love the texture of it. It is a little bit weird going on. It kind of looks like it kind of almost looks like spoiled milk, which is gross, but the smell of it is not bad. It kind of has like a minty smell to it, and it actually does its job. I don't feel like my skin has been as good as it has been since I started using Algenist skincare products. I do have this and a couple other skincare products from them. I absolutely love this skincare brand. The next kind of non-makeup item I have is this. I got this in a little mini haul just on a whim just to see how it worked. It is an e.l.f. eye makeup remover stick. It is very interesting. I got it to see if it worked well. It indeed does. It's kind of gross because you just put it on your eye and rub it around. It's like a balm, almost like a lip product, but not a lip product. It is gross to think about using because you smear it on your eye like you would a chapstick on your lips. But it is an amazing product. I find that if I go in with this and smear it on my eyeballs and then take a makeup wipe and wipe it off, and then go in with a oil-free makeup remover, eye makeup remover from Mary Kay that I use all the time, go in with that, my eyes feel more hydrated using this underneath that than they would just using that. I like it a lot for that purpose. I feel like I tug less at my eyes when I use this first, and that's a plus. I'm aging. Nobody needs to be tugging on their eyes, right? So I love this product for what it is. The next thing I have here is these Baddington lashes that I received in BoxyCharm. While I will say I wasn't very impressed that when I took it off of its little dude here, one of them was so glued to the dude that it just stayed there and ripped off. I will say that it ripped in the appropriate area because I probably would have cut it there anyways, and these lashes are awesome. They are super flexible. I love that the band is not super thin for me, a newbie, but also not super thick, so thick that you can see it once they're planted. They're called Monroe 3D Silk Lashes, but I feel like they look more natural than a lot of the natural lashes that I've tried. So these lashes have made it easy for me to be new in this lash game, and I love them for that. Not to mention the fact that they are in this super cute packaging. My next favorite is this Becca Backlight Priming Filter. I love this guy. It is the primer that I took with me to California. It's just pretty enough that it gives you like this little tiny glow to your skin, and it's not so liquidy that I feel like it's not doing anything. This is it on the back of my hand. And when you spread it out, I don't know if you guys can tell, but it does give your skin just a little bit of a glow. Feels really hydrating, and it is an amazing primer. My go-to primers are the Laura Geller primers. I find that this is a little bit better than the Laura Geller Ethereal, which I think is probably its closest match to my Ride or Die primers. I like it just a smidge better than I like that one. Everything that I put on top of it looks amazing. So the next thing I have is this Bare Minerals Complexion Rescue Tinted Hydrating Gel Cream. I have it in the shade Bamboo right now. This has SPF 30, which I think is amazing. It kind of works as a BB cream, CC cream almost. I wear it a lot, or have worn it a lot over this last month because it is light enough that I don't feel like I'm wearing makeup, foundation of any kind, and heavy enough that I've got some kind of coverage with it. It is just super amazing. The texture of it is a little wonky at first. It might take you a little bit to get used to. It's kind of like this gel, so it's really kind of weird, but I love it. So I typically will go in and apply it onto my face first with my fingers, and then go over it with a sponge and sponge it out and make it all even, and then go in with a little bit more in some areas that I feel like I need more coverage. I love that it has a 30 SPF in it, because if I choose not to wear my SPF moisturizer that's over there, the alginous one I was just talking about, then I know I can wear this and still have an SPF on my face. Also, with that being said, I can wear a different moisturizer on my face, one I like as well. I think it's called it's Alginous Sublime. I love that one as well with this, and not have to worry about the SPF, because the Sublime doesn't have SPF in it. This is a really great BBCC cream type product, and if you're interested in a lightweight foundation for the summer, this is a good option. I also find that it's really comfortable on my skin, and really treats my sensitive skin as if it's not even there. So that's a plus. The next thing I have is this Maybelline New York Tattoo Studio Brow Gel. So initially I bought this on accident, and then I was super excited that I did, because Influencer sent me a virtual Voxbox to go and try this product at Walmart. And I actually did go to Walmart, but nobody ever showed up there. But I still had this product to, you know, take photos of and show Influencer that I did the Voxbox challenge for it. I kind of dig this product. It goes on really messy at first, but if you fix it within the first, 20 seconds that it's on your eyebrow, and then wait like 20 more seconds, it is planted on your eyebrow for like 2 days, and you don't have to do your eyebrows for 2 days. And me, who doesn't like to do my eyebrows, this is a pretty stellar product. I do not like the applicator. I think that they could have come up with a better applicator. It's just kind of like this fuzzy, almost like a liquid lipstick-esque type of doe foot. I don't really prefer that. I would have preferred like some kind of like wand, but it is an amazing product. I do like it. It's pretty inexpensive. The next one, also for brows, this is the NYX Professional Makeup Precision Brow Pencil. I got this on my trip because I forgot my brow pencil, or actually I think my brow pencil ran out like day 2, which was devastating. But this brow pencil is a little different. It is kind of like a paddle applicator. It's really weird. Or a paddle pencil. It's really weird. And at first I thought, oh man, I'm gonna hate this. But I actually like it a lot. It is a thin enough paddle that you can get the like hair-like strokes that you want to get, but also thick enough if you turn it that you can fill. So it's very much define and fill kind of pencil for me, a one and done kind of pencil for me, and I loved it. I love it currently. It's like a $10 item at Ulta, or you can pick up NYX now at Walmart. So I suggest purchasing this if you're looking for a new type of brow product that you can both fill and define with. This is a great option. The next thing I have is this IT Superhero Liner. I think I've mentioned this before. This is an amazing liner. I love the tip on this, how fine tipped this liner is. It is very much a like flexible tip to it. You can get into the little tiny, crevices of your eye that you need to get into and fill after you've created the line without any problems. I don't find that it bleeds, which is a plus. The one thing I do find that I don't like about it is because it's so flexible, I kind of sometimes make a mess out of my wing, but that's, I think, operator error more than it is pencil error. So I really do love this Superhero liner. The next thing I have is this MAC Soft and Gentle Mineralized Skin Finish. I think I have also mentioned this before. This has been my go-to finishing powder on my face. Gives a little bit of a glow. It also makes all of the makeup just kind of meld together and look just really pretty perfect on your face. Every time I take a picture and I'm using this as a finishing powder on my face, I find that it looks pretty flawless, which is amazing for my aging skin, because we all know, you know, I'm 41 years old. I've got some fine lines and wrinkles that weren't there 10 years ago, weren't there 2 years ago. So I really dig this face product. It is amazing. The whole reason why I bought this is because I have another mineralized skin finish that is a blush that I absolutely love, and this product lasts forever. There is so much product in this little pan, I say, but it's actually a pretty big pan. There is 10 grams of product in here, so you're definitely getting more bang for your buck with these mineralized skin finishes. The next thing I have here is this Smashbox Always On Gel Liner. This is in the color Fishnet. It is just a little tiny deluxe sample, and I got it in an IPSY and I just dropped it. Sorry. I have one reason alone that eyeliner makes me happy. I put black or brown eyeliner into my waterline, and I have never had an eyeliner until that one that doesn't kind of just bleed everywhere and look kind of messy at the end of the day. That one I find is very defined. It stays where it's supposed to stay, and it doesn't bleed into, you know, the little tiny cracks and crevices, I call them, but fine lines and wrinkles around my aging eyes. It doesn't do that. It just stays where it's at. I prefer it to the Urban Decay 24/7 eyeliner pencil. As always, my next favorite is this Fenty Beauty highlighter. I bet you guys are sick of me saying that. I really need to incorporate a different highlighter into my plan, maybe do a Shop My Stash or something, so that I'm using this just a little bit less, because this is the Fenty Beauty Kilowatt Highlighter Duo in Lightning Dust and Fire Crystal, and I use the poop out of Fire Crystal. It's like my almost everyday highlighter. It is amazing. I haven't tried a whole lot of other stuff from Fenty Beauty. From what I understand, their foundations and stuff don't really mix well with dry skin, and I have dry skin. So I haven't tried a lot from her, but her highlighters are amazing. If you guys have not tried one yet, you should try one. This Fire Crystal, cannot live without it. The last two things I want to talk about are some palettes. I have this My Little Pony palette by ColourPop. I used this every day we were on vacation. I took 4 palettes with me. This is really the only one I ever used while we were down there. I love this palette. It goes on so well. It's just an amazing color story in there. It's got a few little pops of color, but for the most part, this like orange, pink, purple area is where I live. And the only one I do not like in this palette is this color here, and this is called Snuzzle, I think. It is just kind of really chalky. It's super crumbly. That's the only one I really don't like in it, but we have another white one up here. This one's just kind of a duochrome white one, so that kind of stinks because that's kind of what it looks like. But do you see what I'm talking about? The patchiness of it, and it's super crumbly, so it's not my favorite, but every other color in this palette is amazing, and I find myself gravitating towards it quite often. And like I said, I took it on vacation with us. I took 4 palettes with me. This is the one I used every single day. Okay, last but not least, I have this Alamar Cosmetics Reina del Caribe eyeshadow. Caribe, whatever. I cannot say it. Don't make fun of me. Eyeshadow palette is volume 1, which makes us believe that there will be a volume 2. This came in BoxyCharm last month. It is the first palette by Gabby. She is amazing. This is an amazing palette. I cannot believe how in love I am with this palette. I mean, the colors are kind of right up my alley. This whole set of colors right here are just so pretty and right up my alley. These two I was a little afraid of at first. These two are great for, you know, in my mind, were great for like brow bone highlights and whatnot. But this one here is actually far more green than I thought it was going to be, and far more beautiful than I thought it was going to be. I don't know if you guys can see that, but that is just so pretty and one. All over. This palette is just amazing. I hope that you guys were part of BoxyCharm and got this for free. But if you, well, not for free, for your BoxyCharm subscription, but if you did not, if you go to alamarcosmetics.com, you can actually purchase this palette for, I think it's $28, and it is well worth that $28. Alright guys, that's the end of my faves and flops for the month of June. I hope that you liked this. If you did, don't forget to give me a big thumbs up on your way out. I also hope that you'll want to subscribe on your way out. I do post videos 3 times a week. Sometimes you get an extra one in there. Again, I super appreciate every single one of you joining me today. And let me know what your faves and flops were for this month. Until next time guys, bye.